Welcome back to SourceFedNERD. Would you rather be ToeJam or Earl?
Earl. ToeJam Earl, one of the most iconic SEGA IPs ever, is coming back, probably.
The game dev Greg Johnson still owns the IP, not SEGA, and he's crowdfunding the game he always wanted to make, and with over 100K raised in the first day, he'll probably make his goal.
Now, the classic ToeJam and Earl games, and by classic I mean the first and second games on the SEGA Genesis, were absurd, but in the best way ever.
The first game was made the way Johnson wanted, which was a top-down 2D world game, and the second game was a 2D side-scroller platformer, which was also fantastic, even though it wasn't exactly what Johnson wanted.
Then the third game came along for the Xbox.
It was suddenly 3D, which I guess was the natural progression of video games at the time. However, it was clunky, the load scenes were filled with gospel music, and a lot of people felt like the game was a little distasteful.
Johnson has mentioned in an interview that he wants to see more cultural diversity in video games since he himself is mixed race, but critics felt that the game went to great lengths to stereotype urban culture, which came off a bit offensive.
We're supposed to go to Earth and do some, what you call it, preemptive funkification.
So what's this new game gonna be like then? Well, ToeJam and Earl are in the Rapmaster rocket ship taking their friends to see Earth. When ToeJam hits the black hole button, everything goes into chaos, and they have to, you guessed it, put the ship back together.
Johnson says that the game will mostly be like the original game with an isometric camera, 2D characters, simple controls, emphasis on co-op, roguelike play, and stacked, randomly generated levels.
It will include popular game tool elements like jam out, coin meters, and maybe even hyperfunk zone, and will add some newness like elements carrying over from game to game and new interactions between ToeJam and Earl.
Johnson emphasized that the new game will not be like the third game, getting rid of that POV camera that made a lot of people sick, and hopefully also getting rid of the aforementioned stuff that made people mad, although he didn't specifically say that part.
Their art is a cool 90s retro comic style by artist Nathan Shorts, and it looks different for sure, but we are promised lots of funky music, so I'm down.
The game will initially come out for PC and feature 4-player co-op, online, and split screen, and the Kickstarter offers rewards like having your name in the credits for $5 all the way up to becoming an in-game character for $10,000.
So, do you like ToeJam or Earl better? Or are you just not funky? Let us know in the comments.
I'm Trisha Hirschberger.
I'm Raina Scully.
ToeJam and Earl!
So you're an Earl person, huh?
Well, because I'm never the big one. Out of the sidekicks, there's like a big sidekick and a little sidekick, and I'm always the little sidekick.
I get it.
So I want to be Big Earl.
I super get it.